I'm Xanderwood. I make indie games and tutorials on game development. I also play your indie games every week on my channel. Make sure you subscribe and click that bell icon so you never miss a video. And a huge shout out to my new channel members and Patreon supporters: Jet Simon, Basic Terror, Enmark Games, Zan, Foozle CC, James Welch, Olivier Bernier, Tor Alexanderson, Matt, Fan, Mario Lewis, Seth Coble, and Retro Galaxy. Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to design some bats. We're going to need bats that fly in from the right hand side of the screen and make their way across the screen to the left, swerving up and down. And if they hit the player is going to take damage, and if we hit the bat is going to be destroyed. So before we can do any of that, we need to create a bat. Double click, add a sprite. Let's go 16 by 16. Make sure the image point is in the, let's go to the middle. The bats are going to be a kind of dark red brown color, so I'm going to start by drawing a little face. That's going to be the body of my bat. In the middle. Wings, it's going to be a 2-frame animation. They're either going to be up or they're going to be down. So let's add the wings in down. For this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to color it all one color to start with. Then I'm going to go frame 2. I'm going to take that wing, get rid of it. And I'm going to do the wing going up. There. So that's kind of how it's going to flap. What I'm going to do when the wing's down is I'm going to move it 1 pixel up. And when it's up, I'm going to move it 1 pixel down. Put it on a loop. I think we need one middle frame, so an in-between, which is going to be just the wing in the middle. Let's duplicate it and put it after as well. There we go. Now he's flapping. Let's go slightly lighter, like a brown color, and I'm going to go inside. I'm going to color that in. Probably should have done the art on the first one first, but it's okay. It's not going to be overly complicated. And then the wing here. This one is going to be slightly different because the wing is kind of covering up some of the body, so we're going to need just that top bit of the wing there, and I'm going to leave a line just differentiating. So if he's lifting his wing up, I'm probably going to do the same here. And then I'm going to draw that line in there. And this one is just duplicated, so we can just remove that last frame. Yeah, that's better. Now we need to give him an eye, which will be white and black. This one will be lower. There we go. Now we need to go black. And I'm going to put that underneath the white one. And I want him to have some fangs. So I'm going to make it a very light orange color. And I think just 2 pixels there will probably be enough. Although I've got a double there. You want to watch out for those. If there's any doubles. Right, let's add some shading. So I'm going to take the body color. I want to go slightly darker and a bit redder. And we're going to shade under the wing. And under the eye. This one here under the eye. And then under the body here and down the back side of the wing and the back of the bat. Same one here and under the eye. Same here. And now I just want to give it a highlight at the top, so I'm going to go slightly more to the orange and go a tad lighter. And I'm going to just, on the top part of his head there and the top of his back. Oops. Top part of the head and back. Top part of the head and then the edge of that wing. And then top part of the head. The back, and then just on the front of the wing, I think, there as well. And there's our bat. It's good enough for what we need. If you can draw a better one, then good on you. But I'm happy with our bat. He's going to be fine. Let's just have a look at him with the background. Yeah, he's okay. I mean, doesn't stand out a bunch. Perhaps we can... I go all the way black, take off flood fill, perhaps we can give him a proper black outline. Yeah, I think we're going to go with the black outline. It'll be fine. It's okay. Right, now let's rename it Bat. Now these are going to spawn in. Actually, I don't want them over there. These are only going to spawn in. They're going to spawn in at the end of the level. And we're not going to have one of these triggers, these zone triggers. They're going to spawn in just to the right-hand side of the viewport. As the viewport's going to move, these things will spawn in relative to wherever the viewport is. So we don't really need to worry about putting them at a specific place on the right hand side. We do need to, however, specifically say where they're going to come in, and I think they're going to come in at certain heights. So I think along the floor, so we can do the crouch attacks, will be 1, and then I think probably head height will be another, and probably jump height will be another one up there. So somewhere in this kind of range. So let's just have a look and see on the position on the Y. That's 153. And then I think we just need to go up in multiples of 16 in order to get the other two. So 153 is the lowest the bat's going to want to go. So let's click on the bat. Let's add a behavior. Let's give it the bullet behavior. Speed, I'm going to change that to 40. Acceleration 0, gravity 0, set angle no. I'm going to leave that as it is. I'm going to add another behavior, and this one's going to be the sign behavior. If we scroll on to the properties, the sign is going to be vertical. The period is going to be 2. The magnitude will be 2. Let's preview that. That's not quite, although that's not too bad. Let's see what that looks like. He's going obviously the wrong way. I think we can probably move him up and down just a little bit quicker. So that's the period. So the period is the speed. I also think the magnitude should be slightly more. So let's put the magnitude at 4. And let's put the period at 1. That's better. That's what we want. But obviously he's going the wrong way. So let's go ahead and change his speed. Instead of 40, let's go minus 40. That will automatically send him the other way. So there he goes. That's great. Now he's doing exactly what we need him to do. We need to now set his spawn position. So let's go back to player events, enemies. Close down the Google group, right click, add another group, and we're going to call this one bats. Now, we're going to have these spawning in all the time. I don't think we're going to need to worry about where the player is. I just think they need to be spawning in randomly. So like what we did with the ghouls. So let's have a look. And we said every 3.5 seconds. So, let's go back to the bats group and let's just say system every X seconds. Let's say every 4 seconds. Add an action and we're going to go system and we're going to create object, and that object is going to be the bat. We're going to spawn that in on the objects layer. And the X position is going to be to the right of the viewport. So if we go find expression down here, that little text at the bottom, we can go over to the system and now we can have a look and see if there's anything here that's close to what we want in terms of its location. So here you go, the viewport right. So get the X coordinate of the right edge of the player's viewport, of the layer's viewport, which is exactly what we want, the right edge. So let's double click that. The layer, we're going to change it to objects. And then the Y position, we're going to say choose, and we're going to say 153, and then 16 pixels higher than that, which will be 169. Oh, and another 16 pixels, which will be 185. So we're only going to choose one of these 3 Y positions, and it will do it randomly, and it will just pick one every single time it spawns it in. Now, if we play every 4 seconds, there we go. One bat's coming in at the bottom. Oh, there's one coming in a little bit too low. Let's have another look now. 153, 169. Okay, we've gone the wrong way because adding sends it down. We need to go subtract 16 from 153, which would be 137. And then subtract another 16 from that, which would be 121, if my maths is correct. Now they should spawn in. Yep, head height. So I can duck under those. They're all coming in at that top one. There's a bottom one, so I can hit that if I duck and hit. Perfect. Now, I'm going to change that because that's a little bit too quick. Let's say every 6 seconds. Let's also set up an event that destroys them if they get past the left edge of the viewport. So again, let's add an event to bats, and we're going to say bat, and we are going to compare its X position. And if the X position is less than, And again, this is where we can go back and we can find that viewport expression. So we can come down here and we can go viewport left. And again, the layer, we can just say objects. So if it's less than the X position of the viewport, which is this line here, so you can see that dotted line on the right. So basically, if it goes off the screen to the left, it's gonna, oh, we haven't even told it to do anything. It's gonna destroy itself. So we're gonna click on add action and we're gonna say bat, and we're gonna say destroy. Now, they should disappear when they hit that edge. We probably won't, they'll probably get halfway off because that image point is in the middle of the bat sprite, if you remember. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with that. I'm happy that they're doing that. Now we need to add in the functionality that kills them if the whip or the secondary weapon hits it. Okay, the easiest way we can do this is the same way we did it with the ghoul. So we can just say on collision with any of the weapons. I think what I might do is, though, I might add in the bat to the enemies group. So edit family, let's add the bat. And now we can change ghoul here from ghoul to enemy. So we can say enemies on collision with weapons. And then instead of ghoul destroy, we can say enemies destroy. And that line in itself, just changing it there, that should enable us to kill the bat with our secondary weapon, with our dagger. There we go. There we go. But I don't... Oh, the bat, now the bat can hurt us. Yeah, that's good. Okay, yeah, because we put the bat in the enemy's group, the bat can now hurt us, which is great. That's fine. That's solved that issue. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change killing ghouls, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in its own group just so I know where to find it. I'm going to say killing enemies. I'm going to get rid of that comment, and I'm going to just drag that down there. Now, we've got the same thing here with the water particles. Although, is the bat going to fly into those things? Is that really going to matter? I don't know. But we can definitely change it here. Look, ghoul on collision with hit trigger. So let's go back. Enemies on collision with hit trigger. And then enemies destroy. Let's just check now to see if the whip is working. Don't want that. Great, everything works just as it should. We can whip the ghouls, we can kill the bats. That's it, that's our second enemy type. The last enemy we're going to add in is the wolves, or the werewolves that run at you. So once we've added in the wolves, we're going to add in a transition to finish this level, which will take us into the next room, and that's where we're going to fight the boss, which will be this boss here, which is the giant bat which flies down from the top of the screen. We're going to add in slow motion when the weapons hit the bat. You can see there it slows the bat down for a second. We're going to add in all of its movement patterns and a way to win and beat the game. And that's all coming up in the next few episodes.